Hello and welcome back to my garage. Today, still in the shop, the Peugeot 206. We already did some stuff on the car and now it's time for the tie rod ends. One of the boots of the tie rod end is worn or torn and we're going to replace that one. And because we're replacing one, I always replace the other because we need to align the car afterwards. So always, at least my advice is to do both and get, of course, an alignment. Yeah, it's not very special. These are from DELPHI. It's a good brand. I use them a lot. Other than that, but be sure if you are just doing one that you get the correct one because they're not inexchangeable. There is definitely a right and a left side, so be sure to look into that. Other than that, well, get yourself an alignment afterwards because else the chances are that you're going to eat your tires, and most of the time that's more expensive than getting an alignment. There's nothing much more to say about it, so let's get to work. As you can see, the boot is ripped. It is not that there is any play on it, but we all know that it's just a matter of time before that happens. So let's replace it. First of all, what I like to do is crack this nut. Don't turn it all the way around, just crack it and leave it be for now. This nut is a 19. Yeah. So, it's just correct. We're going to count the threads because these are the same. I've mentioned it before in other videos, but I count threads to, well, determine that they are nearly, both fingers, nearly the same as it was. So when we go to an alignment that is not completely off. Of course, again, that only works with ball joints that are exactly the same. If not, then you can, well, measure it from a known distance. So you could measure it from here. There is a notch right here to on the point of the ball joint, and be sure that well, the new one that you're putting on there is the same distance. This is a 16. And of course, this ball joint is spinning in the thing. Is a bit a common issue at the moment. What you could do is put some pressure underneath it and hopefully it will seat and then you can get it off. The last time I tried it, it did not work. So I'm going straight to, because I have a lot to do today, I'm going straight to the angle grinder, so I'm going to cut this off. Normally, of course, you have to get this one out. One thing what you could do is hammer on the side. A lot of garages are doing that. I am not really a big fan. It's just feels like, well, nails on a chalkboard for me. I don't say it's wrong, but it's just a horrible feeling. Of course, you can get some special pullers for them, but I most... And now it's dark. For the ones that do filming so now and then, and you have those big Sony-like batteries, you know that these can get pretty expensive. These are the NPF, well, the 980. I had some other cheap ones, but those are absolutely garbage. These are the first that are reasonable priced and well, they almost held up to the original one that I have. Just a quick tip. Where were I? Oh yeah, pickle fork. That's most of the time what I use. Get it in there, bam. Only problem is you will destroy the boot with this method. So if you want to reuse it, yeah, then this is definitely not an option. So now it's off. What we want to do is count. Hopefully it isn't stuck, and it probably is. So first of all, let's get a spanner on there. Well, this is a 16. At least it should be. And it is. Keep it in place, don't rotate it. And now we have to crack this one loose. Ah, too short. Well, most of the time there is also a notch right here that we can use. This one doesn't have it, of course. I will make a mark, so if I do twist it, I have an idea where it was. I should have corrected that one also, when this was still in a knuckle. So, don't do stupid things like me. Crack this one loose before you remove it. Oh well. I should have known. And now I'm going to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 18, 18 and a half, 18 and a half. So of course be sure that you get the right one. In this case, of course, the left one, or in my case, the driver's side. And like as you can see, they are the same. The only thing is that this one has a little place where you can put that wrench, what I was looking for. Ooh, I thought that the thread was different, but it isn't. And to spice things up a little, we're going to use copper grease instead of ceramic grease I mostly use. Or anti-seize. Of course I need to count. That does help. 18 and a half. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 18, 18 and a half. It looks about right. So hopefully they used the same nut, and of course they didn't. So the nut is now a 17. Why don't you use the impact? Too lazy to get a 70 socket. And of course now we have to tighten up this nut. Is that still a 19? Of course not. It now is a 21. Oh, sorry, a 22. And that's it. Put back in the wheel and we're done. Well, at least one side. I will do the other side, of course, and then we will round off this video. And there you have it, how to change tie rods on, in this case, a Peugeot 206. What's to say? They're tie rods. Yeah. Something you can definitely do at home. Just be sure that you get an alignment afterwards. And other than that, yeah, count the threads so it's in the ballpark for the alignment shop. You don't want to get your wheels like this or like this and drive to the alignment shop. It can be quite tricky or even really dangerous. So get it in the ballpark and you are just fine. What do I have to say else? Get yourself a pickle fork. It's just the easiest tool for this, at least that's my opinion. In my case, like you have seen, I didn't need it. It just dropped it just dropped out of there, and the other side was the same. So yeah, I had to cut off the bolts on both sides. It's something, well, I normally say it doesn't happen too often, but to be honest, well, the last couple of times it just happened. Why? I don't know. It just happened. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it or at least learned something from it. If you did, please give it a like. If you want to follow me around, you know what to do, and I will see you next time. Bye.